So here with Steven Collazo from Odyssey. Very privileged to have you sitting here with me. Now, one of the tracks that I remember the most is Going Back to My Roots. Is that one of your favourites?
That is one of my favorites, and there were 4 other top 10s. It was Inside Out, it was Native New Yorker, Use It Up, Wear It Out, and lovely ballad If You're Looking for a Way Out.
The tracks are fantastic. So you guys been around for about 30 odd years now. How's the music scene changed for you?
Well, it's changed first of all with the internet and everything now. It's changed the whole thing. I don't think record companies as we know them currently are going to be around much longer. And the good thing about the internet is that everybody has a shot. Mm-hmm. The bad thing about the internet is that everybody has a shot.
Searching for someone to set you free from your city.
Okay, so your mum set Odyssey up. It's a family band, which is amazing. Is it something that you wanted to get into when you were younger, or do you feel like you were forced into it and then happened to like it? How do you feel about that?
I started playing piano when I was like 2. There was always a piano in my house. And so I was musical. Even before I could sit at the thing, I could reach up and find things and pick things out by ear. So it was definitely in my guts, as was with my brothers, my auntie, who was also one of the founding members of the group. And so it was definitely, there was no arm twisting on that count.
So what's happening with you at the moment with your music? Because now you're the last standing lead singer of Odyssey. And are you writing at the moment?
Absolutely. We've got an EP out. It's on iTunes and all the usual download suspects, Amazon, Google Play. It's called the Together EP. And why we call it the Together EP is first we've got a track called Together, which was written for us back in the day by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards. It's rumored to be the only track ever done by those two where they wrote it and played on it but didn't actually produce it.
That's quite special.
I think so. We've got a new take on Going Back to My Roots. We've got new music coming out even as we speak. We're working on new stuff for the next EP.
Okay, so what are your plans for 2016? Have you got any festivals or gigs coming up that you want to let us know about?
Absolutely. We've got the Let's Rock will be in Exeter this year. We did a load of them last year. I think they have to mix it up a bit. And of course we have our standbys. We still do Butlins. You know, now it's cooler to do Butlins. When we were doing it, it wasn't cool. Nobody want to go there. And now that they've come down to 3 of them, it's kind of cool. And we're still doing a lot of club dates around the country.
What about the actual crowds? Have you noticed a big change in the sort of crowds that you perform to, or not so much?
Yes and no, because obviously that depends. But one of the reasons I live here now is because of this traditional thing that you have here in the UK, where I can go to a gig and see very young people. This stuff is twice their age even, but they know it. They've grown up with it, and it's been passed on, and they almost know that the new stuff isn't quite, you know, even though they love it and it's theirs. And of course we all had our stuff when we were growing up that just drove our parents crazy anyway, and that's why we liked it. But I get this sense from the younger crowd that you know, they know that the old stuff is probably the good stuff and where a lot of their stuff comes from, unlike when we were growing up and we thought we had invented it all.
Miss Rowena Johnson. My name is Steven Collazo. And the band, y'all. Thank you. Take care of yourself.
And I have this thing, we call it old school meets new school meets old school, which is kind of pretty much where the group is at, trying to walk that line between what's happening now and still keeping that old thing. And I'd love for you to hear a few about things, and you can tell us all what you think.
And is there anybody that in particular that's inspired you? Would you say it's your mum because she's the one who probably instigated your career perhaps, or is there anybody any artists out there, current or in the past, old school, new school, that you would say that you know is probably the reason why you are who you are today?
There are too many to mention, but of course my mom would be at top of that list. There are a few notables, some Stevie Wonders and your Marvin Gayes, right through to your 90s guys, R. Kelly and Blackstreet and guys like this. Because I like to think that even now, I can't name people so much as I could then, but I'm always listening and hopefully always learning and trying to grab little bits. And I can also hear where they've been grabbing stuff. It's like, I know where you got that. So it's good.